So last thing that we're going to look at is how to customize these openings a little bit. I'll show you one stage where we're going to kind of show a different set of conditions on one side to the other, and then beyond that we'll look at how to actually draw these openings in so that they're a little bit more customized. At the moment, this just gave us the same condition on all sides of the building, and that is being derived from whatever settings we enter into the energy settings button here. What we can do is actually customize individual faces and even individual sort of floors of this building. I have to make sure to do that I'm on the Show Mass Surfaces button. So it just shows me the orange kind of window arrangement here. And then what I'm going to do, graphic won't go away. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select individual faces here. I have to use my Tab button, just like in Revit. So I can see there that I've got, there's the message telling me that my analysis is ready, so we'll look at that in a second. Individual faces here can be selected by just using the Tab key until you see the overall face, and then I can select that. So that's my south elevation. In the Properties window, once I've selected that, I can click on Energy Model, and with values I can change this to by surface. And now what that's going to allow me to do is just customize the south face of this building. So if I want more influence from the sun, I could increase the target percentage from 40 to 60, let's say. If I do that, I probably want to add some shading as well. So I'll click that button, and you can see it updates there. And maybe I'll make these even a little bit deeper. And now you can see the update here. So I've treated each face of the building a little bit differently. On the north, perhaps, I would want to decrease the amount of glazing openings. So I'll use my Tab button, select that face. Under the energy settings, change the values to by energy settings to by surface. And apply that. And then maybe I'll reduce 40 to 20. And I'll click Apply. Now, usually those simple types of maneuvers, those little modifications, are going to generate some better energy values. With the shading and then the adjusted percentage openings, I should see that my overall consumption and energy issues, those numbers will come down. And then I would just click on Analyze Mass Model again, and it will give me the opportunity to compare those two side by side. The last thing I'm going to show you is just how to go a step beyond that and create some actual custom openings. And to do that, I'm going to go back to my Model tab and quickly just create a new box here. And just really simple, I'm just going to drag it up to extrude it. And I'll finish that mass. And what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to just select that mass. And I'm going to use this button here, which is the Edit in Place. And now I've got access to manipulate this one mass block. And I'm going to use this little tool here on the Geometry panel, which is Split Face. If I click on that, it gives me some limited sketch tools here. I can just use the Rectangle tool, for example. And now, rather than just going with that generic sort of default window arrangement, I can be a little more specific. So I can do something that matches my building design a little bit more. Whatever that might look like. And then I can do this on all of the faces. I don't have to just do it on that one. So if I rotate around here, I might want to just pay attention to the blue highlight. That tells you that that work plane is now active. And then I can just generate some other openings on this face. When it's all done, I can just click the green check mark. And when I do an energy analysis on this one, it's going to use those openings instead of these just kind of generic ones that it did by default. So that's how I would customize my openings.